What do you actually need to bring to the hospital to be prepared for your birth and to be comfortable? Here are a few things to consider.
Welcome, I'm Ellen Contard.
And I'm Melissa Evans.
We've been supporting growing families for a long time.
We've come to realize that quality childbirth classes are really hard for growing families today, both in terms of calendar and budget.
So we've decided to do something revolutionary. We are offering our full, comprehensive childbirth class series right here.
Please realize that we are not medical providers nor attorneys. We do not practice medicine nor the law.
So use common sense and talk things over with a professional that you trust. But for now, let's take a look at some of the tools that you'll want to bring with you to the hospital. First things first, you have to prep your car. Some towels, blankets, and Chuck's pads or puppy pads are a must. Sometimes a bag of waters breaks, and that's not really good for the upholstery. Other times, babies come faster than actually planned, and having a way to dry off and warm up that little speedster is essential.
Now would be a really good time to get in the habit of keeping your gas tank at least half full at all times. Having to stop for gas on the way to your birthplace is not a good idea. Running out of gas on the way to your birthplace is an even worse idea.
And of course, bring your baby's car seat. It's great if you already have it installed and checked by a child passenger safety technician or CPST. Or at least ask your hospital if they have one on staff that you can consult with. Whatever you do, please don't put your baby in there until you're sure that it's installed correctly. Your precious cargo deserves that.
For the hospital itself, make sure you have your insurance information and your ID. Partners, you're going to need your identification as well. And even though you're probably going to do a great job and pre-register, they're still going to have a gazillion questions for you. Sorry, we haven't quite figured that part out either.
And also, be sure to bring a couple of extra copies of your birth plan in case your birth plan hasn't made the long exodus from your doctor's office chart to the hospital. If you have any reference articles or labor tips written down somewhere, be sure to bring those too.
As far as clothing goes, there's a few things to consider. Most women, when push comes to, push, aren't really going to be wearing anything, and that's fine. But for the labor part of it, you might want to consider something comfortable and flowing. A really simple skirt and a sports bra can be an excellent and economical choice. There are companies that make official birth clothes, and if that makes you feel awesome, then by all means. Do make sure that if you do buy the specialized clothing, that it still allows for things like monitoring the baby, because if they don't provide access like that, it's really not terribly functional.
Hospital gowns don't usually make someone feel strong, feminine, and in charge. And those are feelings that we want you to have while giving birth to your baby. And let's be honest, nobody wants their butt flapping in the wind. Do know that birth can be messy, and anything that you choose to wear may be soiled beyond repair.
Socks are also a really good idea, especially the kind with the grippy on the bottom or some slippers at some point. It's really common in really active and late labor for moms to be really hot and basically not wearing anything except those socks.
For the partner, we highly recommend bringing a swimsuit. Moms often find comfort in the shower or the tub as those contractions get more intense, and your support in there is essential. And while the birth team does expect that at some point mom won't be wearing anything and newborns come out with no clothes on, everybody's a lot more comfortable if the partner stays clothed.
Partners, for time outside the water, make sure you have some really comfortable clothes, especially your shoes. You may want to bring an extra set also in case labor goes long so that you can still feel fresh and comfortable.
Baby clothes are, of course, super fun. You'll want to consider bringing a run of sizes: preemie, newborn, 0 to 3 months, just in case. Also, if you're going to be cloth diapering from the beginning or simply have your own preferred brand of diapers, you'll want to bring some of those along.
For postpartum clothes, don't get your hopes up. It takes 9 months for your uterus to get that big. You get 9 months for it to shrink back down, which means right after birth, most women are about the same size as they were at 5 months pregnancy, which means maternity bottoms. Shirts that allow easy access for breastfeeding and a nursing bra are also good to pack for afterwards.
In addition to clothes, you'll want to bring toiletries. Lip balm is one of the most forgotten items on the list, and it is so important. Labor is just what it sounds like, hard work, and mom's breathing becomes elevated and lips can become dry, making lip balm a premium item in your hospital bag. Also, having something to tie up your hair can really help with temperature and comfort.
Make sure to bring your oral hygiene products and deodorant as well. Partners, this is especially for you. You know how moms often have that bionic nose when they're pregnant? Well, in labor, she's still pregnant, even though she's working on not being so. So those tuna sandwiches and super garlicky breadsticks might not be a good idea at this point.
You'll also want to bring some tools for your comfort. Massage tools, preferably ones that you've been practicing with at home and we know where and how that's pleasant, are great to bring. Rice socks are very simple and very versatile. Essential oils can really help set the mood and also eliminate that hospital cleaner smell.
Have some playlists already prepared. We recommend having at least 2 of them. One of them with those high energy songs that make you want to move and make you happy and get that energy up. And then some relaxing ones for those restful times in labor so you can almost fall asleep. Sounds crazy, but it happens. Labor really does go back and forth between these times of activity and times of rest. So having a playlist for both is a good idea.
If you've hired a doula, and we hope you do, but that's another episode, see what they bring.
Assuming you're going to use your phone as a camera, make sure you bring your phone. Charging cables are also a good idea. We really like the battery packs that are portable. That way, if your phone's running out of juice, it doesn't leave you tied to the wall.
Hospital cafeterias often close overnight, and let's face it, it's hospital food. If you bring some snacks, you know that you'll have something to munch on at any hour, and it'll be something that you like. For moms, we do recommend staying away from red food. Some moms do start giving back their food when labor gets intense, and it's a little disconcerting to do that and see red.
The red vines I had my first time, not a good idea.
Yeah. Also, along those lines, we do recommend soft, easy foods. Think what you would have if you had the stomach flu. Those foods are great for birth. So we want nourishing and easily digestible. That's the way to go.
Honey is also amazing. It hits the bloodstream very quickly and provides a great boost of energy. This isn't good just for mom. It's awesome for partners too. You can get honey straws at most health food stores. It makes a great treat, snack, candy thing that you don't have to feel too guilty about.
If the birthplace doesn't like or even allow moms eating during labor, quite frankly, that's a red flag. But if that's your situation, clear liquids generally are still permitted. Broth is a clear liquid, and it's very comforting, and it can kind of fool your body into thinking that it's had more than it has. So bringing some broth or bouillon cubes to make broth is a great idea. Also a great idea is bringing a mason jar or other glass jar so that you don't have to heat your water in styrofoam.
Electrolyte beverages can be a great way to maintain your freedom and not get stuck on that IV pole. And some moms are super cool and they make their own and like smash up vitamins and all of this stuff. And I'm just not cool like that. So I like the simple ones. Quite frankly, Emergency, those little packets you can find, they're awesome and they're easy. Coconut water is another great choice. Lots of electrolytes. Dr. Bradley was adamant that after birth, mom should have some orange juice to help with the electrolytes and potassium and all of that good stuff. So if you'd like to follow his advice and you have strong opinions about your pulp content and brand and what have you, you might want to bring your own.
And if you really want to celebrate, bringing a cake can be a great way to acknowledge that original birthday. Some families even go all out and bring champagne. So what do you think? Are you going to be adding anything to your hospital bag after watching this video? What things do you plan to bring that maybe we didn't mention? We look forward to hearing your stories in the comments.
Please like and share this video with other pregnant families and be sure to subscribe. We're going to be adding to this class every Tuesday and Friday, and we don't want you to miss out. Until next time,
Know your options.
and own your birth.